Everyone's been asking about the World of Warcraft Diablo Immortal collaboration and wondering when we're going to be getting more, but when you look inside of the game here today, you'll notice that we have this portal that's available to players that are engaging with World of Warcraft and obviously Diablo Immortal. It says right here, earn the Welcome Home achievement in World of Warcraft Midnight to claim your portal cosmetic. Limit one portal per account. Now, this is something that I think we're going to start seeing more of, not only collaborations between Diablo Immortal and World of Warcraft, but even other titles. WoW had even put out an article regarding this patch here as well, and it shows, without going into too much detail, how the collaboration extends over, well, Diablo Immortal, Overwatch 2, Hearthstone, and even StarCraft 2. All of which, when you think about it, are IPs that could potentially come to Diablo Immortal. Now, we have seen World of Warcraft, we've seen Hearthstone, we have not seen an Overwatch collaboration in Diablo Immortal, nor have we seen a StarCraft collaboration, although Diablo 4 did have a StarCraft collaboration. My assumption is we will see things from these games in time. And there's people on Reddit asking the same questions. And where is this World of Warcraft collaboration? It didn't happen on December 3rd, which is this morning, although that portal did show up inside of the game. But what we are noticing is they're kind of dropping little tidbits here and there. The portal, and then we had another event in the game, which I'll show you in a few moments. But little hints of what I believe is to come for a more robust collaboration with World of Warcraft. Now, some players are even a little bit upset because you have to, purchase Midnight for World of Warcraft to be able to get that achievement and then unlock this in Diablo Immortal. Some people are even saying, who plays Diablo Immortal and WoW? No people play both of those games, which actually is not true. Either way, I do think that it's a pretty big stretch to get people to have to, you're really honing in on a very niche group of people who play both of the titles. I mean, when you think about it, it's both Diablo Immortal and World of Warcraft are games that have a lot of depth to them and that take a lot of time. Specifically WoW. I mean, you basically are living another life inside of the game. By the way, this is footage from the latest Midnight update inside of World of Warcraft. So when we're thinking about who plays Diablo Immortal and who plays World of Warcraft, the only players that are going to be able to get this portal are WoW players. I don't think there's going to be really any or many players that are going to actually go download or buy this expansion Midnight just so they can get the portal inside of Diablo Immortal. And I don't think there's many players that are playing WoW that also play Diablo Immortal that are going to get the benefit there. So I understand the whole marketing element to it, trying to get players to check out the new thing. It's basically advertising in Diablo Immortal the new WoW expansion, but I don't know how productive and fruitful that's actually going to be for Blizzard. But I guess the better way of looking at this is for those players that do play both games, they get a little something for their commitment to Blizzard titles by getting an additional portal inside of Diablo Immortal. By the way, how many of you have actually thought of diving in and going all in on playing World of Warcraft? Because it sounds like something really fun and it's something I've never really played. Maybe I should. Do I have enough time is the real question. But at the end of the day, I am not going to be getting this portal cosmetic because I'm not going to be downloading World of Warcraft to do it. Now, like I said, there was another little hint of World of Warcraft recently in the game too. And that's right here, the Clash of Saviors, just a little WoW in the background. This really wasn't anything, right? It's like do a couple of tasks, get a few things, you get yourself your free legendary crest, which you probably picked up this morning. Nothing huge here, but this did hint that we're going to be getting different cosmetics for our classes that we can then, bring on over and do the transmog over here, right? The transmog stuff, which I actually don't love. So it does seem that there's going to be some type of a crossover and probably some more game modes and another boss fight for us to engage with. But I just don't think that the time is just yet. They're literally dropping breadcrumbs along the way until we get there. So in addition to all of the WoW things, we have had the Bout of Realms cross-region Europe Americas battles going on. And I have a little bit of footage from one of these battles. So what you're watching here are a couple of my warband mates that are competing at the highest of levels here in the Bout of Realms. You're actually spectating Gwyn right here, who's in my warband, as well as in my clan, or I should say I'm in hers. And it just shows what these battles actually look like at the highest of levels. It's really exciting for me just to kind of to see what the competitive scene can look like and what we're getting towards. Now, of course, we know that the Bout of Realms is very focused on high resonance players, big spenders inside of the game. But with war games that's now implemented into the game that we're doing these tournaments on, we can manipulate what type of resonance is allowed to play, and we can have much more very fair battles and tournaments that we put together ourselves, which we just had one last week, and we're going to be doing another one at the start of the new year with prizes for most of the players who were able to participate. First, second, third place, and actually in the last one, even the fourth place team was able to take home a bunch of rewards, including battle passes, enhanced battle passes, and a bunch of in-game rewards as well. But you could see right here that when it was America versus Europe, America came in with the victories right there, looking strong. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes and as it advances on a little bit more. And as the Immortals in the server right now, we are on our 4th week of reign, which should be unlocking this cloak for me right here, because this is the first time I've been an Immortal since the cloaks have been introduced. Eternal Crown rank 16. I actually just got this in the mail this morning. Our dominance has reached rank gold 4. All Immortals are awarded a chest for the collected effort. Let's see what's in this chest. The gold dominance chest. Think it's got anything good inside of there? Let's take a look. It looks like we got some legendary pieces and some normal pieces, as well as some hilts as well. Did it come out to be anything good? I wonder, I probably should have waited until the next server Paragon level to check those out, but I wanted to kind of see what they were. Let's identify them and see if they're anything solid. Problem is with helms, they're kind of competing with the horn splitters. So this one is no, this one actually does have an increase. It is vitality though. It does have more combat rating, actually 50 more combat rating from this headpiece. But man, it's hard to compete with these ones that you can craft when we're talking about helms, and vitality for fortitude. That is never going to be a swap that I'm going to make. Maybe some new essences though. I'll check that out. No new essences. We're going to extract that right there. I'm not going to use either of those helms. By the way, I am sitting on so many chests that I just have not used. I should probably use these when we get to the next difficulty level and just start really getting next level on some of the gear I'm wearing. And for those of you that may have missed it because it's underneath the feast, Hadadnist, Wild Brawl is inside of the game today if you want to do a little bit of PvP to help advance your rewards over here on this track. But the World of Warcraft rumors have been pretty legit and plentiful. My anticipation is that maybe towards the end of the month, we'll be seeing something a bit more substantial drop inside of the game, outside of a little teaser where you just progress throughout the game to get yourself some rewards, and outside of a portal that you can only get from playing the new version of World of Warcraft. Let me know your thoughts if you're excited for the new World of Warcraft stuff that's coming to the game, and if you have the patience to wait. But before we go, I got a couple of comments I want to peek at. The first comment is from Sarah, and she says she finds random dungeons matchmaking works better if in a party of at least 2. It can take forever to get a party as a solo. I honestly don't know. I typically queue in solo for random dungeons myself, and if it takes longer than 10 or 15 seconds, I will cancel the queue and start a new queue, and usually it just happens really quickly if I cancel. If I don't, I'll sometimes sit there for a few minutes and wait, and I don't want to do that. We got Grams saying, not gonna lie, this is some of the best content on YouTube for Diablo Immortal. The duo content between you guys, he's talking about the sponsored piece Automatic Jack and I did together. Seems like you guys have had chemistry together for years, and it seems very professional by you both. Looking forward to playing with you guys. I switched the Treasure Goblin from Resin Dead. I never really seen or heard much about Resin Dead, so that's why I switched. First of all, I appreciate it. Automatic Jack is an awesome content creator for World of Warcraft and also an esports caster, kind of like I've done in the past as well. So our synergy is definitely great. We've been doing this a long time, basically professionals of YouTube. But yeah, he's enjoying Diablo Immortal. I'm taking him along the journey, and we have another piece of content coming for you guys soon to kind of wrap up our collaboration. I'm glad to hear that you were enjoying it. And here's the proof that we're getting new players or returning players every single day. Patriot comes through saying, I just came back after almost a 3-year break. I feel like a newbie also, but it's cool. I'm learning Diablo Immortal all over again. To be honest with you guys, Diablo Immortal is such a different game than it was 3 years ago. It's so much more developed and advanced since it was from day one, that if you are coming back after 3 years, it's gonna feel like a completely different game. That's it for today in Diablo Immortal. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow.